Welcome back to another episode of Max Level Video Games, where me, Shane, show you guys the ins, the outs, and all abouts of owning your own retro video game store. We did get something in the mail that I'm excited for. Get some skizzers. Ooh. Bunch of stickers. I could use stickers. Some stylo keychains. Thank you for supporting my small business. Nice. Well, what's in here? So what's in the box? So, let's take a look. Chizzards. Got some Chizzards. More Chizzards. Look at that Blastoise art. Dang, alright. Alright, some random Pokemon cards, but this is really what we're after. So, this is clearly Game Boy Advance, right? So this is something me and John, we didn't think about it. We're not new. This isn't new. Essentially, the idea is if we could get these are sets of Game Boy Advance screens, IPS screens, in a box, that you, if you wanted to purchase this alone, purchase the set, or purchase our services to do it, we could actually make your Game Boy Advance modded. So the idea is we have different sets of stuff. So this is a Game Boy Advance box for Final Fantasy Tactics, and the idea is the set comes with the screen, the buttons, this case, and then we have the IPS screens available for purchase or for the set. And essentially, you would build your own IPS modded Game Boy Advance. So the idea is you can bring your own. There's different price points based on what you needs and your needs alone. So let's say you just want to get it modded, and you're like, dude, I love Final Fantasy Tactics. And essentially, you can bring in your own Game Boy Advance. We'd redo the shell and get the IPS screen in there for you for a certain amount. You could buy the whole set, where we provide the Game Boy Advance, the service, the case, and everything, plus the IPS screen. You can buy just the case, case alone. You can just buy that straight out. So there's going to be different price points for different things, but essentially the idea is pretty much build a bear with Game Boy IPS screens. Just build your best and the price points that you want when it comes to your systems. So that would be the idea. And the idea is that we would provide whatever we need to be able to give you exactly what you want and be happy with it. And so that's the idea, is that we're going to start implementing, potentially looking at some of these box stuff. And yeah, these things are going to be a premium, and we're going to have to figure out exactly price points, because that's going to be the tough thing. But this is an idea that we thought about, and it'd be really cool just to pick and choose your own cases and stuff like that, and build your own Game Boy Advance, either in the shop or online. I think that'd be fun. I even thought, hey, it'd be cool if online you pick your case and it just does a 3D rotation of the item itself, modded, not modded, IPS screen, yes. So we're working through it, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the analytics and what our price point would have to be to make money. And these things, because the boxes, the cases, the games, and everything kind of cost money, these things kind of come at a premium. How much is that? I don't quite know yet. Normally, we just sell these for $180 without the box and everything else. So with the experience, the pick and choosiness, it'd be cool if we had pieces, parts, pieces, collections, solderables. It'd be cool if you could just pay it. It'd be like the good old days of Radio Shack, except for Game Boy Advance SPs, Game Boy Colors, all that stuff. You just pick and choose what you need. Just dig through the drawers and just pick what the size of bolts and stuff you want. So we're going to be trying that out, and this is one of the first Game Boy Advances we got with the box and everything. So I just wanted to see, is it cool? Is it good? Is it interesting? We'll find out. And honestly, John kind of likes modding. He loves it. We don't do it too often in the shop anymore, but we have this, and we have this white Game Boy Advance missing the back. We could mod this. We could. Or we don't, just sell it with a clear back, which is what we normally would do. Because I like to have certain price points. So this is a standard Game Boy Advance, probably in fair condition because of the missing the back. And so it's a certain price point, and then I like the next step up, the next step up. I call it the Apple effect. So that's the Game Boy Advance.
Did you get sent a cup when you're done?
Hopefully. I had to call them again. They never emailed me anything. Oh, that was backwards. Yeah, they didn't email me anything. So I finally got a hold of hopefully someone that is going to push it through.
Just not have to deal with emailing you.
Yeah, she asked for the information she needed, so I have the contact for the trade network, so I do have the number and the extension. So if we don't see any movement, maybe I'll just get an update, call them again. Yep. Recorded everything. It was great. It was fun. Huh, guys? I love being on the phone. So that's the case. There's no screen mod in there. It's just the case. Yeah,
that's what I was looking for.
The screen mod's over there.
Oh, okay. So how much was just the case?
That one didn't come with the case. Let me look at my orders.
It looks like it's already fitted for one of those.
That's weird. I thought this was supposed to come with one though. No motherboard, no screen, and just a case and box. So we might have to find another distributor or something else. Because I thought this came with an IPS screen, and it doesn't.
It should for that price.
For that price, it needs to have a screen because we can't deal with it otherwise. So if it's $77 for a box, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I was waiting till 12 to put this in.
Yeah, so the SP cases and boxes are $34. And I think I bought that one expecting it to have a screen. I'm going to contact the seller and just verify. Because this one's not. This one I thought was. That's why I was willing to pay that, because the screens are $35. Alright, I'm going to message the seller and verify. Because if it's that price, it's too much.
Well, like, the bad thing about this is it's cut to, like, fit one of those already, those screens that are meant to fit in the shell.
Yeah,
so, like,
all-in-ones.
we can't we can't build one of those other little screens to put in here.
What do you mean?
Well, because it has, like, no lip or, like, anything. Just, like it has nothing for the screen to stick to.
You're talking about the original screen.
Yeah.
This is... Here. Grab one of the screens that are up there.
Like, it fits, but there's like, it can't attach to anything. Like, it can fit. We'd have to figure out a way to, like, glue it in or something.
Let me see. Oh yeah, no, it just falls right through. There's no lip for that, so it has to be an all-in-one unit. Yeah. We'll have to grab a couple all-in-ones, I guess. That's from this seller, so maybe we can change the seller, because I really thought these... Is there a screen? No, there isn't. I think in the bottom.
Those are some really cool shells, though.
They're really cool, but without an IPS screen, like...
Like, with our cost, we'd have to charge close to, like, $300 for these.
That's with everything. And I think that's too much.
You know what I'm surprised hasn't sold? Any of those Pokemon GBAs or the SP.
They're expensive.
Yeah. Where'd you get that? Does it work?
I verified it.
Goodwill?
Yeah, we bought a crap ton of stuff from Goodwill.
Uh-oh. How much was Soul Silver?
The box, because they only had the box, it was $50. With no walker, case, no game. I normally don't buy boxes, as you know.
That's
I
a clean
don't
box.
have this box. It actually still has the plastic on the inside that was around it.
Oh, really?
It still has the insert for the PokeWalker. Still have the game case that says not for resale. Unfortunately, I don't have this complete in box. I have it loose. So I probably will be taking this because it is the big box. But what that allows us to do is sell another complete inbox or complete Soul Silver because I don't need the box for this and we have a loose one out there.
Like they just had like cases? What's that?
They just had some other cases. These are all actual games, but they had some cases. So that big box, they had.
Wait, is there a Soul Silver in there?
That's the one that's out there.
Oh.
So that PPI I need to grab and adjust.
I don't think we need 2 complete Soul Silvers.
Well, I also don't care because I already bought the case.
That's fair.
And I knew we had a. I didn't know we had a. Yeah, I knew we had a loose one. So.
So you can sell me your big box heart gold since you.
No, that's not how completioning pieces work.
But you could take your PokeWalker.
I'm gonna buy me a new PokeWalker. I wish I knew before Japan and Ian. I would have bought one from there. No, get good. You get some really good deals. That's just stuff you don't really want, but it's still good deals. You
If
know
that was heart gold, I'd like suck a wiener for it. Not really. Not really.
You said it.
But-
That's it. We're done. So this isn't a Game Gear. This is Sega Nomad, which is a Sega Genesis Model 2 handheld edition. So you can actually plug it in here, plug a controller in here, and play it 2 players. One player plays this, the other player plays the controller. It's a little weird. It's bulky. It's one of those weird things, but they're $300. So we got that. And
Is that
I only
going
paid.
to eBay or?
No, it'll go into the shop.
Okay.
It's one of those things that is kind of niche, but people.
If it doesn't sell here, we'll sell it at Port.
We got
Big Fire.
we got 2 conventions that are coming up. At the 300 price point, tested will do pretty well. The one thing about these is they actually need battery packs to work with the battery. Otherwise, you have to plug in the power, which is just a Sega Model 2 power. But yeah.
How much was it?
What do you mean? I paid $150 for it.
Oh, okay.
So, and realistically, even if it didn't work, their return policy is you get store credit. So I got $150 in store credit. There's also something out there we need to test. That's charging.
What is it?
It's nothing cool. It's a DSi XL.
Oh, okay. Can I bought it?
What? For what?
So we could sell it for more.
No, we not doing that. I refuse to mod systems just so they sell for more.
Sorry.
Because they don't. They have that doesn't give them any monetary value whatsoever. It's cool, but you can't justify selling a DSi XL for $250 just because it has some games on it.
You can if it has Soul Silver and Platinum.
No, I'm sorry. Don't spend that much on that stuff because realistically, it doesn't take more than a $10 SD
Matt
card.
modded his DSi with like over 50 games in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's
Do it
just
yourself.
time. It's not that hard right
I
now.
hope you don't break it.
Yeah, the likelihood is very small, realistically, and there's ways to get around it. But we just don't do that, and that's like modding a Wii and expecting to get like $200 out of it. It's kind of the whole purpose of being a pirate and modding stuff is because realistically, in my opinion, you just don't have enough money to pay for that stuff, or you can't justify spending that much money on useless games that you really don't need or want. I get it, but monetary values for that stuff isn't worth it, in my opinion. So you can mod it yourself. I used to be a pirate. I understand.
Sell me your heart gold. You can keep
Go
the
away, you crummy little reseller.
Because that's how I want heart gold. Like ideally, I'm happy with it in a case, but if I had it, in
Man,
a
it's the
box-
big box too. Yeah, it's the big box. I know.
It was crazy. I had a big box not too long ago.
It
And I
was.
was that and heart gold. Remember?
And what did you do with it?
I sold them at a con. Because
What?
at the time
So,
I was like, I don't really
what
want
is-
it that bad. That's good money. But now, Now I want it.
So I understand, right? Financially, if you need the money, you should sell it.
But I really didn't.
You didn't need
That's
the money.
where I'm like
you keep doing this stuff that definitely is just like your reseller habit, but it's unnecessary to do so.
I was like, oh, I should have kept heart gold.
You should just keep what you want.
Yeah.
And just do.
I'm getting better at that though.
You just keep what you want and then sell the rest. It's not a big deal. But if you continue to sell just because it sells well, what's the point?
Yeah.
If you're just gonna flip it, don't keep it. Don't complain to me that you'd suck someone for it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get back to actual work instead of this whatever we're talking about. So do you. So yeah, let's get to work. I got videos. This is probably the cleanest John's had his section in a while, so it's good. It's because he's not really doing too much in there. That's why. It's not making a mess. It's got a lot of stuff to finish up. Clean up the Nomad. Make it look good. Sticker everything. Get everything in stock.
You guys want it? It'll be $299.99 on MaxLevelVideoGames.com.
I have to take a break from inventory, and I'm going to go call FedEx again, and hopefully they have our information in there, and everything's going to be cleared, and we can get our stuff, because it's a lot of money. So, you ready to go back on the phone? Yeah, time. I'm going to put my owner pants back on, and then we're going to go deal with this. It shouldn't be progress. We should have had this done by now. So I am now going to finally get the form. I'll send it over to him. He should be sending us to the correct email. Because again, I don't know why. People just don't know how to type or listen. That's why I like to verify emails, guys. Verify email information. Let you tell them. They tell you. So it's okay. So you can actually get emails. So hopefully we get the email, get the form sent out. And they're telling me that there's a figure. A figure in the shipment that, they were concerned that it might have wood in it. There is no figures in this shipment. Everything that we get is electronics and plastic. So I do have an idea of what they might be thinking of, but it's still plastic. But I don't know.
Are you not allowed to ship wood?
No. Plants and wood they can't go through customs.
Huh.
Yeah. You should
the different bugs and shit that could
bugs. Yeah. There's a whole bunch. You should really watch. It's really interesting. I don't remember. It's international shipment. Not even shipment. It's not even shipping. It's just people that are trying to get across the borders or go to another country. They have to go through so much when it comes to getting in. And a lot of them are coming from Singapore and stuff. They just bring plants and seeds and everything. And it's just the TSA is just no. They're we can't. And apparently Australia's really firm on what can and cannot go through. So it's fun. I've had to deal with some of this stuff when it comes to international shipments. Accidentally shipped plants before to a place. You can't do that. Even though inside the regulations never stated that country cannot get plants. You can't ship plants.
So my dad's bought a $1,000 tree from Japan once.
Yeah, so they can. You have to go through a lot of situation, but in general, you're not supposed to.
He spent $1,200 on a state
on a plant. Your dad, his dad's a botanist, pretty much, which is cool. What's his Instagram? You said growing flowers in the desert on Instagram. That's his dad. Okay, we emailed the file, filled that out as much as I want to or need to. Hopefully, we get going and it gets cleared today, and we can get it tomorrow. That'll be Friday, which is good. So we got a lot of stuff in there that I need